everyone, welcome to the Locker room where there's no scripts, just real chat about domains, Web3, and digital identity. This is our very first chat, so thank you for joining us. And this isn't a corporate update, so don't worry. It's just real discussion about Web3 and Web2 to help our partners and our end users. My name's Bailey Comyns. I'm the head of marketing for Orange Domains, the registry operator for .locker, and I'm joined here today by Don Ruiz, the general manager of Orange Domains. So hi Don, how are you?
Good, Bailey. How are you? This is very exciting. Our very first episode.
Very first one. I know everyone's going to have to bear with us as we learn and grow, but I think it's going to be great for everyone.
Yeah, I'm excited to dive into this. I mean, it's obviously a hot topic in our
Definitely.
space, and we have some, expertise in it now. So I'm excited.
Yeah,
Thank you very much for
we've
pulling
got
this all.
a year under our belts, and now we're kind of in our first renewal cycle. So I think we can kind of call ourselves experts, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just taking a step back, even our backgrounds, you and I mean, we've both
Yeah,
been
you're an industry
this
veteran for sure.
long. Yeah, I bought my first domain name in 1997 using a fax machine. I mean, I don't even know if it exists anymore, but I'm dating myself. And from there, I went on and I co-founded a secure email company using digital certificates. So I dove deep into digital certificates. And then I moved on and worked at Two Cows, one of the world's largest registrars. So I was there for almost 8 years, and I gained a lot of experience, dove deep into domain names, understanding the life cycle and more of the technical side, as well as the policy stuff, which
Yeah,
is,
huge.
a big foundational piece of the internet, which ICANN has developed over the last 25 plus years. So, gaining all that experience. And then from there, I decided to join the Automatic team. Automatic are the founders of WordPress. Matt Mullen is the CEO and founder. And I joined them, and Paulo Belcastro at Automatic and I formed Knock Knock Who Is There to launch .blog. We created a small team, we launched it, and I was there for 8 years. So I feel like I have, you know, both sides of the industry now with
Yeah.
registrar industry and now the Web3 side. So
Yes.
this kind of came into, kind of fell into my inbox. There was an opportunity to take a look at, creating a solution to connect Web2 domain names to Web3 digital identities. And needless to say, it was a little intimidating at first, but I
Yeah.
dove in and I spent months and months and months, downloading wallets and buying NFTs and trying to navigate this whole world of Web3 and understand, what may be some of the stumbling blocks or hurdles to connect a Web2 domain name to a Web3 digital identity.
Right.
So anyway, we managed to get through that. We got that, and then we needed help, so we hired you.
Yeah, it's been almost 10 months since I joined. I came from Newfold Digital, for those who don't know. It started as Endurance International Group. I started as a marketing coordinator, and by the time I left about 10 years later, I was director of product marketing for domains specifically. So I was working with people like Don to promote, .blog and other TLDs, working on search optimization, and kind of just trying to sell all these TLDs. And now here I am on the registry side, kind of learning all of that, learning about policy, which is all new to me, and of course all the Web3 side. So it's been challenging, it's been fun, it's been new. So it's been great, and I love working with you. And we have Mo on our team, and it's been a wonderful time.
Yeah, Mo and Stefan and a few others. They're big pieces of our team as well. And Mo was she worked for .cloud, so she has
Right,
a lot of industry experience as well. So we kind of
right.
bringing all of this together. She worked for Two Cows
I
at
was
one
about to
point too.
say, yeah, yeah,
Stefan is a Web3 support specialist. So having his expertise on
oh
wallets
yeah.
and things like that has been paramount, to say the
Lean on
least.
him. Yeah,
A small team, but it's we're doing well, and we're really excited where we're at. We have 25,000 registrations now.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's huge. We're getting in, as you mentioned, we're getting into our renewal cycle now. So we don't have a lot of data to share, but hopefully soon we'll have more data to share around our renewals and conversion rates and um, transactions. You know, users who are actually using the Web3 side of the solution. So we're getting there, but it's been exciting, and I feel that now where we're at with .locker and how it was designed, it puts us in a strong position for the next round of TLDs that are coming out, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's interesting because we are here doing, bridging the gap between Web 2 and Web 3 with our solution. And at the same time, we're seeing Web 3 native domains crossing over and applying for accreditation with ICANN for Web 2. They're seeking out kind of the legitimacy, the protections, the security, the stability of Web 2 to support their Web 3 ecosystem. This is kind of against their principles, but they need Web 2, and we talk about this a lot, how they're converging, and I think this is a strong signal that the two ecosystems are quickly converging.
Yeah, they are for sure. I mean, the foundational pieces around security and reliability, anti-abuse, and brand protectionism, you know, that ICANN has built over the last 25 plus years is integral in kind of growing the internet. And you and
Yeah,
I and Mo and our team, we've talked about one internet. And that's what
yeah,
ICANN talks about, having one internet. And the Web3 is really just a part of the internet.
yeah,
We users, they don't understand, most users anyway, don't understand how email works or digital certificates or DNS and resolving. They just want it to work. They just
yeah,
want things to be able to transact and do the things that they needed to do. They don't need to understand the underlying infrastructure of Web3
right,
in order to use it. They don't need to understand block height and block times and minting and fees, those
right.
minting fees and whatnot. They just want to be able to go in and get a wallet. And if they want to, you know, participate in some of the DeFi applications, they can, or if they want to kind of explore some gaming, there's obviously those types of applications that are there as well.
Yeah,
But it's becoming more mainstream. The governments are getting involved now. There's healthcare records going on chain. There's e-ticketing that they're doing on chain as well. There's lots of prototypes out there for that. So I think you're going to see more and more of this coming mainstream. You have the government with the launch of the approvals of the ETFs last year that
yeah,
came for the digital assets. That's a huge boost forward, right? I
right.
remember back when payments, people were afraid back in the
Oh
early
yeah,
2000s.
yeah.
Put credit card online, and
Like,
and
why would you do that?
why would you do that? There's no way. It's not safe. And Amazon was the catalyst behind that, first on books and then obviously for online stores. But they really pushed the envelope and made it more mainstream where now people don't even think about it. They
Right,
store their credit card information in their
right.
browsers. And hopefully, we'll see. But it seems like we're headed that way with Web3, where, there's lots of unknowns and at this particular time. But it feels like with Samsung and Google and Apple
Oh,
kind of pivoting from, yeah, they're pivoting from, their payment wallet to a digital wallet to
right.
store, to do other transactions and stuff. And, I think if you read the tea leaves, it'll be that you can see that they're kind of leaning into some of these blockchain technologies and areas where users will have more control of their content to a certain degree, but it will be on chain and more
Right.
verifiable and immutable and these types of things. So we'll see where that goes. But these are the things that we're kind of building towards with Locker, and things that we would like to do with other TLDs with our minting as a service that we mentioned earlier. You know, we're,
Yeah. Yes.
yeah, well, we white labeled it for a reason. We want others to use this in, hopefully be able to replicate the success that we're having with Locker with other TLDs, and particularly in the next round, right?
Yeah. And minting as a service, it's not just the minting on Bitcoin or the resolving of the digital identity on Ethereum. It's also the onboarding, which I think is huge because it kind of goes back to what you were saying about people not needing to know what's underneath, right? They don't need to know how it works underneath the hood. What they just need is something that works. So to get someone to get a digital wallet, get someone to set up their digital ID and claim it, it just happens in a few clicks. And I think that's how Web3 should be. I think we're kind of modeling how Web3 should be in the future, making it seamless, making it easy to use, and making it just kind of, connecting it to the Web2 world, a bridge.
Yeah, just like a single use case, right? You
Right.
log in and into the internet, and you should be able to explore all parts of it using, a single ID,
A
for
single
example, right?
name,
What
one
we're trying to
single
do
name.
a unified identifier across all parts of the internet.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and Web3 is still catching up to Web2 around the UX part, and it's a bit, as any new technology that comes to market, is typically a bit clunky. Even though it's been around for a long time, it's only becoming more mainstream in recent years. So still working through a lot of those pieces around the usability and the UX for the Web3 stuff, but it's getting there, and I'm excited about where we're headed with this, and I'm excited about where we're at with Locker. And last year we started giving away Bitcoin,
I
right?
know. So huge. It's so funny. Like when I tell my friends that we're giving away Bitcoin, they can't believe it. It's like it's just so mind-blowing to them, and it feels so futuristic, and they want in. They want to know how they can get their Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, I had a lot of DMs after that. After we made that announcement, like, you're giving away Bitcoin? I'm like, well, personally, I'm not giving away Bitcoin, but
Right.
yeah, coin domains are rewarding users who purchase a domain name at participating registrars to, you know, have a chance to get their first wallet,
Yeah.
receive some Bitcoin, and they can hold it, they can transact with it. There's other things that they could actually do with it, but just our way of kind of, easing users into the Web3 world, and reward them by doing so.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. It's that, and it doesn't have to be Bitcoin. We've leaned into Bitcoin, but really it's a digital asset
Yeah.
reward engine. There's other assets that we could do that we should probably look at testing this year as well.
Yeah. And we
Yeah.
know that as an industry, we know that if, a customer is using their domain name, they're more likely to renew. That stickiness is there. So having $5 of Bitcoin in your wallet attached to your domain name is a huge incentive to keep it, to renew. You don't want to lose that. You don't want to lose your digital wallet. Digital wallets and digital IDs are tied together. So, I think it's a great program for anyone looking to incentivize renewals.
Yeah, you touched on something there. Maybe think about the traditional registrar hosting company, and they're really good at, selling users a domain name and then upselling them other services around that domain, like email
Yeah.
or a website, and then there's marketing tools and digital certificates and whatnot. And that creates a level of stickiness. I think
Yeah.
everybody understands that. And to your point, this is just another kind of way to create stickiness with users while giving them and affording them the ability to explore Web3 and Web3 applications.
Yeah.
So, it's a win-win there. I mean, I think registrars, some of our larger registrars are really benefiting from selling Locker, and we're getting into those renewal cycles. And the data's not quite there, but what we're seeing has been positive thus far.
Yeah, a great response from people who do claim their ID and get their Bitcoin. It's a novel experience for those who, have never experienced Web3 before. So it's great.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And now, with the new TLDs coming out, 2026 is going to be a big, big year for the industry, for Locker. We have the new TLDs that are coming out. I know that ICANN recently had a couple webinars
Yes.
for applicants that want to apply for the new round. They had one for, I think it was for new applicants that weren't as familiar with the process. And then they had a more advanced one for people that were familiar with at least the last round, it sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they are,
I can
yeah,
I can dig up those links and maybe put them in the show notes for anyone who wants to watch those.
yeah, that'd be great. I think
Yeah.
people would
I'll do that.
benefit just being able to
Yeah.
watch those and hopefully learn something in the process. But, you know, with us is we're talking to registries and groups that are applying to the next round to be the Web3 solution to map their Web2 domain names to Web3 digital identities. And it's pretty cool because we have a proven, you know, product in the marketplace.
Yeah.
And so I feel like we're in a good spot. There's going to be other solutions as well, but and it won't be one size fits all. But I feel like we're in a good spot and having positive conversations to kind of lean into that. So that's big for this year. And then for us, I know that you and Mo Mukherjee are really doing some promotional stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We're kind of getting into that phase now, which is great.
Yeah. Now
So-
we're getting into some more fun stuff.
Nice stuff. Yeah. So what do you have going on right now?
So we have coming up for the Lunar New Year on February 17th through, I think, March 3rd it is. We are offering .locker for $8.88 retail. So we're playing into the luck, prosperity, fortune. 8 is a lucky number. And
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. So registrars who would like to participate have to opt in. So you just need to reach out to one of us, Don, me, Mo, and we will get you going.
Oh, that's good. I love it.
Yeah.
You know, anything that we can do to try stuff, you know, we say that we like to be data informed and not necessarily data driven, but having some data points that we can make informed decisions on is important. So this is a good one. I'm excited for this one as well. Yeah, and then there's ICANN Mumbai that's coming up as well in March. So there's lots of stuff that's going on.
We're busy. It doesn't stop.
No, it's an exciting time, and I think that we picked a really good time to start this as well.
Yeah.
We picked a great time to start, you know, educating more, I think, and getting out there a little bit more as well. And I'm very excited about this. And thank you very much for pulling this all together.
Oh, yeah. Everyone needs to share their feedback, their thoughts, maybe topics that you'd like us to cover, and give us a little bit of inspiration. And I'd love to hear it. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with us today. It was a great time, and we hope to see you next time in the locker room, the .locker room.
The .locker room, yes. And I love the name. Oh, one last thing. Where can people reach us if they need to get a hold of us?
Oh, you can find us thank you, Don. You can find us on LinkedIn as Orange Domains, or you can find us on X as .locker, and YouTube and Discord as .locker.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Bailey. I'm looking forward to the next one. I have lots of topics that we can kind of get into, but I am very much enjoyed this first episode, and thank you.